Hi, this is Deborah Atkinson, founder of The Voice for Fitness, and I'm going to give you 3 and 3. 3 tips in about 3 minutes, don't hold me to that, to make your life a little bit more healthful, even if you're on the run. If you can't find the time for exercise, you always have to eat. So how can you make better choices and have more energy so that maybe when you do have that 10 or that 20 minutes, you can make the most of it with exercise? Here's how to do it. Number 1 is drink more water. That's not new news, but let me tell you how to do it and why to do it. Registered dietitians relaxed their recommendation about 5 to 10 years ago, somewhere in there, and said some of us actually don't need 8 glasses. Some of us do need more. But here's probably the better rule of thumb that I'll use for my own good, and I hope you will too. If you ask, informally or formally, all the people that you know that have the most energy, the best health, that exercise the most and feel like it, they drink copious amounts of water. Those people also probably have better skin, meaning both glowing but also not sagging. Hydration is everything, and so it also makes you think really well. So think about how you can increase from where you are now to what you potentially need. So you can also overdo it. But in general, Americans are not at risk. So unless that's you and you're spending a lot of time in the bathroom, don't worry so much about that. Here's how to avoid spending more time in the bathroom and drinking more water, or while you're trying to do that. If you're only drinking 2 to 3 glasses a day now, you probably know you need to drink more, but it may be medication keeps you from doing it, or you're afraid it will keep you up at night. So here's a way to get over that. Don't jump right to drinking 8 glasses. Start with drinking half a cup more all week long, every day. Your body will gradually adapt to it because that's really not enough to notice. And don't even drink that extra half glass all at once. Spread it out. And that's the key, is spread it out through the day, because if you try to drink it all at one time, your body does get overwhelmed and you probably will be in the restroom more often. So tips to get started: first thing in the morning, I leave a tall glass of water on the kitchen counter. So when I head in to get my first cup of coffee, I drink that glass of water first while my coffee is getting ready. And so I've got one down then. If I have 2 cups between, I drink another tall glass of water. So a lot of liquid gets in my system early in the day. Because I start that habit, I generally continue it more later in the day. So set yourself up right. Number 2, eat more berries. So if you can, shoot for 3 cups of berries: blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Take your pick. If you have something you don't like because of the seeds or the texture, but do like blueberries, probably are the top of that list for nutrient density. They will add some fiber to your diet, add a little bit of sweet, but a lot of nutrient density to your diet. And if you can do that starting in the morning, very much like the water, take frozen berries. So if you're worried they'll spoil, keep frozen blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries in the freezer, in bags of them. Use them in hot cereal. If you have oatmeal, as I do, when it first comes out of the microwave, stir in your blueberries. By the time you turn around and grab a spoon and you're ready to sit down at the table, they're thawed out and ready to go. So you don't have to worry about that risk of rotting before you, if you're eating alone, can eat all of them. You can also use that same trick, thaw them out in the microwave to add to blueberries, or use them frozen and add them to smoothies. At lunchtime, thaw some out and throw them on top of salads. They'll add a little color, but a lot of nutrient density, and may add just the right amount of sugar. Later in the day, again with berries into Greek yogurt or into a smoothie if you haven't already done it. And then later in the day, consider making a chia seed pudding. So you take chia seeds. I'd use coconut milk because it's a little bit thicker, a little bit sweeter if you get the vanilla type. Just mix that in a bowl, put in your fruit, stick in the refrigerator, come back a couple of hours, and you've got a great fruit-filled, omega-3 rich snack or dessert, however you want to think about it. So number 3, eating more green leafy vegetables. If you can, and you're not supposed to avoid vitamin K, this is you. So whether it's spinach or kale or other green leafy vegetables, take spinach, number 1. So if you buy a great big box of it, and or you can use it frozen, and you can toss that into smoothies in the morning and not know it's there based on flavor. You might know it's there because it's going to be pretty green. You can do that with frozen spinach right out of the freezer, or you can do that with fresh and then use ice cubes so it's a little bit more chilled. Use some frozen or fresh pineapple and you won't even know it's there taste-wise. That's one way to get it in. You can cook it, stir it into eggs, saute it. You can do the same thing with eggs at lunch or do a fresh spinach salad. If you're somebody who's not quite got that taste for spinach in a salad, try mixing half and half, spinach and romaine. Romaine is a sweeter lettuce, still got a little bit of nutrients, not nearly as powerful as spinach, but if you mix the two, you may gradually begin to cross over and you won't taste the spinach, but you're gonna get a big wallop of nutrient-dense salad instead of just the lighter colored lettuce that you might otherwise get. Dinner time, saute some spinach and put it under a bed, or use it as a bed for your fish, your salmon, your chicken breast, whatever else you might be having for dinner. Or again, stirs into eggs really well, or use it in a fresh side salad or main course salad. Easy ways to fit in more berries, more water, and more green leafy vegetables to make you feel better, have the energy to exercise and move more when you do have the time. And if that was helpful, click right here. Tips like that come out once a week, Sundays, in my newsletter, and leave a comment below. Let me know what's your biggest challenge when it comes to nutrition or to fitness after 50.